Here's an unsettling fact. The less competent someone is, the more confident they usually feel. Not despite their incompetence. Because of it. There's a name for this. Scientists call it a confidence trap. And here's the terrifying part. It's invisible from the inside. You can't feel yourself falling into it. That's the whole design flaw. So right now, somewhere in your life, there's a decision you feel completely sure about, that you shouldn't be sure about at all. Maybe it's a relationship, a job move, an argument you won. And by the end of this video, you're going to know exactly how to catch yourself doing it before it costs you something real. Because there are 3 signs. And the third one, almost nobody sees it coming. Even people who study this stuff miss it in themselves. Let's get into it. Okay, so here's the human version of what's happening. To know you're bad at something, you actually need skill. Weird, right? But think about it. If you're a bad singer, you need a trained ear to hear how bad you are. If you're a bad driver, you need good judgment to notice your mistakes. But if your judgment is the broken part, you can't use broken judgment to detect that your judgment is broken. It's like a scale that's off by 5 pounds. It'll never tell you it's wrong. It just keeps giving you the wrong number, confidently, every single time. So people who are missing a skill are usually also missing the radar that would tell them they're missing it. Meanwhile, the opposite happens to people who actually know what they're doing. They start noticing how much they don't know. The more skilled they get, the more the gaps show up. So they get quieter, more cautious, more, well, it depends. Which means, in a room full of people, the loudest, most certain voice is very often not the smartest one. It's just the one with the least visibility into their own blind spots. This isn't about IQ. Smart people fall into this constantly. It's not about intelligence. It's about self-awareness. And that's a completely different muscle. So how do you spot it? In others. And more importantly, in yourself. 3 signs. Let's break them down. Sign number 1. They explain things they learned 5 minutes ago. Psychologists call this the illusion of explanatory depth. Here's what it looks like in real life. Someone reads one article, watches one YouTube video, and suddenly they're explaining the topic to you with total authority. Interest rates, nutrition, geopolitics. Doesn't matter. One data point becomes a TED Talk. You've met this person at a dinner party, in a group chat, maybe in the mirror. The tell isn't that they're wrong. Sometimes they're right. The tell is the speed. Real understanding takes time to build. Instant confidence is almost always borrowed, not earned. So how do you handle it? Ask one follow-up question. Just one. What would change your mind on that? Real understanding can answer that instantly. Borrowed confidence stalls. You'll hear the pause. That pause is the whole truth. Sign number 2. They treat disagreement as an attack. This one's called ego-protective reasoning. Here's the pattern. You gently push back on someone's idea. Not even harshly, just a question, and their body language changes before their words do. Jaw tightens. Voice speeds up. Suddenly, it's not a conversation anymore. It's a defense. Why? Because for this person, being wrong isn't a fact. It's a threat. Their identity is fused to their opinions. So an attack on the idea feels like an attack on them. Confident, self-aware people do the opposite. They get curious when challenged. Because if they're right, the challenge costs them nothing. And if they're wrong, they just got smarter for free. So how do you handle it? Watch the reaction speed, not the content. If someone gets defensive before they've even processed what you said, that's your signal. Don't argue the point. Just notice. That reaction tells you more than any fact check will. And sign number 3, the one almost nobody catches. They're not loud. They're not arrogant. They're not even wrong most of the time. They're just quietly certain about everything. Every opinion delivered flat, final, no wobble. No, I think. Just it is. This one's called metacognitive blindness. And it's the most dangerous one because it doesn't look like the other 2. It looks like calm. It looks like confidence. People trust it more because it's quiet. But real understanding has texture. It has exceptions. It has, usually, but not always. A mind that's actually done the work sounds a little messy, eh? Because reality is messy. Total smoothness, total certainty, on every topic, every time? That's not mastery. That's a mind that's never stress-tested itself. So how do you handle it? Ask, what's a time you changed your mind on something you were sure about? A self-aware person has an answer instantly. Someone stuck in this pattern will struggle because in their memory, they've basically always been right. So here's the truth underneath all 3 signs. The loudest certainty in the room is rarely the most reliable. Real understanding sounds like curiosity. Fake understanding sounds like a press release. And the uncomfortable twist, the reason this video matters, is that you can't fully audit yourself for this. None of us can completely. That's not a flaw in you. It's how the human mind is built. But now you have the radar you didn't have 10 minutes ago. Speed of explanation, speed of defensiveness, and that quiet, too smooth certainty that never wobbles. Catch those three, and you're already ahead of most people in that room, including, some days, yourself. If this made you rethink someone you know, tell me who came to mind. No names. Just, which sign was it? And if you want to know the fourth pattern, the one that makes smart people fall for manipulation specifically, that video's coming next. Subscribe so you don't miss it.